Good morning, everyone. It's August 22nd, 2022, and it's a favorite time of our week because it's Mondays with Bev and Paul. And hi, everybody. My name's Paul.
Good morning. This is Bev.
Hello, Bev. And I just realized
What?
22 of 2022. That's a lot of
Yeah, when you
twos.
when you were saying that, I'm like, oh, a lot of twos going on.
Five twos, let's see, five, two, 10, who knows? You could go
Yeah,
on and on and on. Hey,
right.
everybody, we're going to have a great show today. I was just thinking as we were coming on, I'm like, you know something? We just keep doing this every Monday. I'm like,
For a long
for
time.
a long time.
We're coming up on an anniversary pretty soon.
Yeah, so we're glad that you're with us. We enjoy doing these shows. If you ever have anything you want us to talk about, please just kick us an email and we'd be happy to tell
We'd
you all
love
our
that.
great knowledge that we have about everything.
I mean, it's a burden.
Yes,
It's
it's a
really a
burden.
burden,
So we like to get it out of our brain and
right?
spew it out there. So,
Put it on you guys.
yeah. So anyhow, the first thing we want to do is we want to say congratulations to all of the people that took our class. There they are. I'm showing the picture up there. And we had a wonderful, it was it's called live virtual training. So we
It
had
was.
Erica, she's out there in Tennessee. Then there's a picture of me, of course. And then we have Amy. Amy is in Oklahoma, outside of Tulsa. And then
Yep.
there's Bev smiling
My eyes
with her eyes
closed. Thank
closed.
you.
Hey,
I was gonna,
you had your chance.
I know. Blink.
And then we have T there in the middle. She is from Illinois, Naperville, Illinois. She's actually a nurse practitioner, was a nurse for decades in ER, and she just
Right.
brought a lot of nice light about the whole medical system. She works with the
Yep.
American Holistic Nurses Association, too. And then we have Mandy. She's up there in Canada. It was great to have
Yay.
Canada there. And then we finish it with Eileen, one of our instructors. It was a wonderful class. Wonderful
It
class.
really was. It was.
And when you ask people
It
about
was.
did it meet their expectations, it's funny because a few of them are like, well, I really had no expectation. I just signed up
Yeah.
for this class. And it went beyond expectation even. I can't remember who it was. I think it was Amy said it was phenomenal. I mean, I liked that word, phenomenal.
Yeah.
So if you haven't taken a class, sign up. Our next one is when is it? September 20th. That's just before the certification program, and we'd love to share BioTouch with you. But today we are going to share. We had a CP meeting. We have a global CP meetings once a month, and we had one of our interns there. We won't give her name because we haven't had permission, but she is 80 years old. She's getting certified, and just made the statement self awareness is spooky. I loved it.
I know. And it's so true.
Yes, so let's talk about this self awareness concept again. We've talked about it before, but why is it spooky and why do we keep talking about self awareness in relation to BioTouch?
Well, I'm just going to say this. There is nothing but evolution and progression going on in the whole cosmic order. This is the purpose of everything. Now, down on this tiny, tiny little planet in this tiny little kingdom called humanity, does age have anything to do with anything? No.
Right, exactly.
Has nothing to do with anything. The fact that she is, I don't care how old she is, at a point where she recognizes that something has changed for her. And now she's trying to be present with it, trying to figure it out. And oh my gosh, what's going on? It is spooky. I think from my own personal experience, that what is spooky is that it something comes into the light, like our last show last week was about biotouch. In the light is the
Is the
light,
light, right?
and that's what happens when the light gets turned on in what was like darkness before, and you see all this stuff scurrying around. Oh my goodness, because what happens is you already know, ooh, there's some work to do here. And that is part of the issue, the challenge. to step in and seriously start to do a different kind of work in your life. That's what self awareness is. And it brings us sometimes into what we know is a crisis point, an opportunity to evolve, progress, grow, whatever you want to call it. That's really what BioTouch is offering. We say it over and over again. The body holds all parts of ourselves,
Right. And
including the physical body. That's where bio is so intelligent. It begins there, the holder, the vessel of all of our stuff, and it begins to crack us open.
right.
Turn the key,
Turn
put the light on, whatever we want to say, and it can be spooky.
Yeah, it was such a perfect statement, and it
Yeah.
was very inspiring too. To really see that BioTouch, no matter
Yep.
the age, I think what it does is it gives us the strength. We talked about that. It gives us the strength and the courage to meet the challenge
Yeah.
of that self-awareness. Like she said, all these dark, things can, it's not that they're dark. It's that they've been in darkness,
They've
and
been there, right?
the
Right.
light shines on all these little cracks and crannies, which
Yep.
might or might not be our own too. I mean, we've talked about that before. A lot of this stuff can be generational.
Absolutely.
We might be cleaning up, like for myself, with my father who came from Hitler's Germany.
Yep.
I had an opportunity to clean up a lot of that uh, suffering and
Absolutely.
trauma. And
I
a lot
agree.
of the diseases and things that we hold in this body could be generational. I mean, things like homeopathy work with that directly.
Yep.
So
The
to,
cause of things.
yes, so to have that light of biotouch help us wake up. I always like Henry Thoreau. He says, "I seeing get who had but eyes before." I mean, that's
Yeah.
that's what's happening.
That's what happens.
We're really seeing the workings of ourselves. I'm also reminded of Kenna. Kenna, who Stevenson did our research, Dr. Stevenson, and she said, as a doctor, I can I can extend people's lives, with medication, operations, but I can't do anything for the quality of their life, and that's what she liked about BioTouch.
You know, over the years of shows, things come to me of little topics that we've talked about. One of them is called affluency. And we're starting to take these old ideas or notions and put new twists on them. It's like we say, health is a new wealth. What do we mean by that? What in all of this cracking open and the self-awareness, what we come into a realization is it has to begin with our own journey here, our own self-awareness. But that self-awareness is not just about who we are, it's who we are in relationship
Right.
to the group called humanity.
Right.
Not just our families, not just our sphere of influence, our friends, co-workers, but the group called humanity, which includes everybody on the planet. So the moment that we begin that self-awareness, which leads to what? Self-change, because BioTouch offers us this safe place really to make these changes that help us to move forward. But the ultimate, I love what Gary said. We've read it so many times, but he just got it. Our purpose here is to change and bring self-awareness to our own selves, because we're here to serve each other and nature,
And
as
nature.
Gary said.
Right.
It's not just about, oh, I'm going to change my life and there I go. No, we're not here alone. We're here with each other. It doesn't stop with us. It's a continuously, what we say, the chain that goes on indefinitely. And this is, oh my God, when I think about the power of BioTouch and where it begins, that light touch on the body, one person touching another, what happens? There's a rippling effect that starts to take place within ourselves. Then we get to touch others, sometimes strangers. Isn't that an amazing, beautiful gift?
Right. I mean, it's to empower people to have a gift
Oh,
that they can pass on. This is not our gift, folks. We're just
Right.
passing on the gift, and it's just up to you to open it. Just all
Yes.
you have to do, it's just very simple. There's just two little ribbon things on it. Just go. You don't even have to pull it very hard. Just go ting, and Jack in the Box will pop out. The light will shine.
It will be Paul in the box jumping out.
So we have a great part of our manual, and I think we're going to read it again. It's called the dilemma. It's that taking a chance, taking a risk, and we're going to read it to you. We're going to show it on the screen so people on the podcast can hear it, and those of you who are looking can see it. It's called the dilemma. All right, take it away, Bev.
Okay. It begins. To laugh is to risk appearing a fool. To weep is to risk appearing sentimental. To reach out for another is to risk involvement. To expose feelings is to risk rejection. To place your dreams before the crowd is to risk ridicule. To love is to risk not being loved in return. To go forward in the face of overwhelming odds is to risk failure.
But risks must be taken, because the greatest hazard in life is to risk nothing. The person who risks nothing, does nothing, has nothing, is nothing.
He may avoid suffering and sorrow, but he cannot learn, feel, change, grow, or love.
Chained by his certitudes, he is a slave. He has fortified his freedom.
Only a person who takes risks is free.
Freedom.
Free to change, free to take responsibility, free to live a more inclusive life, right? It's exciting, people.
Yes.
I'm excited about the gift of biotouch for all of us.
And it's really hard to believe that something so simple can be so profoundly effective, like our new
And we've
thing.
seen it over and over again, haven't
Over
we?
and over. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, when this young lady of 80 came onto the program, I'm not really sure she knew what she was getting into, but she just really wanted to help people, you
Yeah.
know, and just to see, even with just doing the sets, trying to share that with people too. Now she's so excited about it, she's just almost knocking on people's doors, you know. Hi, can I work with you here?
Right.
So,
Let me touch you, please.
yeah, so you know that's the nice thing about BioTouch is it can be done anywhere, in any situation. I mean, I remember working with that woman who had it was a formal affair. It was a dinner party. The woman was beginning to she ate some shellfish, was beginning to swell up. Her husband runs out to the car to get the Benadryl or something. And I just automatically, just my fingers found that greeting
Jumped right into
somewhere, found that
it.
second point, and just started working her allergy point. And immediately, she stopped swelling up. By the time her husband came back, she was fine. That's the power of this technique.
What?
Is it can be shared. What? It can be shared anywhere at any time. And
Right.
for me, it's just part of my life. I mean,
Yeah.
so I don't. It's not even a thought about, what can I do or freaking out. It's just I go into. I need
Go
to do
into
the greeting.
action.
I need to touch. Yeah, so,
Right.
so it really is. And that's been my self-awareness. My self-awareness through the years, you know, I spent years, you know, the medical system is blah, and, you know, medications are blah, and operations are blah, and, you know. But what I've learned over all the years is, you know something, everything has its place.
I was just going to say the exact same words.
Yeah.
Everything has its place. And what do, Paul? We always honor everything that's going on.
Yes.
Who are we? We're just offering this gift. And that's why we always stay. Did one of the girls in the class, she said, I really like your comments about BioTouch keeps us in the center point, in the neutral point. And we have to hold that integrity because everybody is welcome, and they can hold their own belief systems and their perceptions about themselves and the world or whatever. That's not what we're here to do. And we hold this safe place right in the center of everything. That's an amazing, profound gift
Yes.
to offer. Whatever is okay.
That's right. Because it's your path, it's your
Yeah.
story, it's your
Right.
book. Write whatever you want. If you just add BioTouch to it, it's going to help you fortify your commitment to yourself. There, I like that. There you go. Fortify
Very
your
good.
commitment to
Commitment.
yourself.
A commitment. Now there's the rub. And that's what that self-awareness, that BioTouch gives us, as you were saying, the strength and the courage to fortify us to make that next change, make that choice, change the pattern, whatever you want to say. It helps us to get to that next
Right.
consciousness, that self-awareness. It's
So folks,
awesome.
don't believe us. Yeah, I mean,
You don't have to believe a word we say.
Right, we're just up here yakking away because we got
Blah,
to fill
blah, blah,
20
blah.
minutes.
What time is it taken up?
Right. But take your two fingers and learn the technique. Go to justtouch.com. Just if nothing else, learn the greeting, and I guarantee you there will be some self-awareness, even if it's just this wow, this
Yeah.
moment of wow.
Yeah.
Contact us. I have a few calls here this week with people who've gone to our website, have some questions, and it's easy for me to Zoom with them. One of the ladies thinks her son might have ADHD. Another one's working with a daughter who has limp problems. And it will be easy for me to be able to share with them what they can do, something they
Right.
can do. And more than the doing, they're going to come into a special relationship with that one that they work with. And they're going to wake up. They're going to feel empowered. So we know that happens. After
Yeah.
doing this for 34 years now, I know it will change your life. So we have ways to learn it too, besides, listening to us and learning some of the points here. And one of those is the workshop coming up Thursday. And this is going to be an awesome, awesome workshop with Tanya Bungart Price. She is an Ayurvedic practitioner here in Tucson, Arizona. She's going to talk to us about colitis. And I was looking at her slides, and oh my God, she's going to take us through, here's what it is, here's how you could get it, but then she's going to take us to a few ideas of what even Ayurvedic medicine is, and then how does Ayurveda look at colitis and heat and the cold. And it's going to be an awesome technique. If you've never been exposed to Ayurvedic medicine, you definitely want to come here, but definitely learn other little tidbits about colitis. So it's going to be an awesome technique. And our next training will be Tuesday, September 20th. So check us out for that one. And we just love teaching.
Yeah, that's what we're here to do, isn't it?
Yes.
This is an international educational foundation. That's what we are here to do.
So join us, justtouch.com. Send us an email, office@justtouch.com, and we'd be happy to get back with you with any questions you have or any way that we can help you feel comfortable learning BioTouch and open up to the spooky self-awareness. Do. All right. Thank you all for allowing us to come into your home and into your phone and onto your computer. And good to see you, Bev.
You too, Paul. Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
If pain has got you down and you live in town, take a trip down to Pima Street. The people down there are people who care. They will get you back on your feet. Put love into action. Put love into action. If you ever want to have any real satisfaction, choose love while you still can. Don't even try to understand. A healing grace in your own hands. Put love into action.